South Africa was left in utter disbelief today as a courtroom showdown erupted into one of the most dramatic political bombshells in recent memory. Helen Zille, the veteran political heavyweight and chairperson of the Democratic Alliance's Federal Council, stunned both allies and opponents when she declared, without hesitation, that it is time to arrest President Cyril Ramaphosa. The shockwaves from her statement have already rattled the nation's fragile political balance, exposing deep cracks in the ANC and raising urgent questions about the president's ability to survive the storm. The explosive declaration came during a highly charged court session in Johannesburg, where a case linked to the ongoing Phala Phala farm scandal was being scrutinized. While the proceedings were expected to be routine, Zille's sudden intervention transformed the courtroom into a stage for what many are already calling a historic turning point in South Africa's fight against corruption. According to those in attendance, Zille rose calmly but firmly, her voice echoing as she insisted that Ramaphosa could no longer hide behind the shield of office. The evidence is mounting. The evasions are too many. The excuses have run out. No man, not even the president, is above the law. Arrest him now and let justice take its course, she declared, sparking immediate gasps and murmurs across the chamber. Legal experts who witnessed the moment described it as unprecedented. While opposition figures have long accused Ramaphosa of misconduct, no major political leader had so bluntly demanded his immediate arrest before a court of law. Analysts say Zille's timing was strategic. Her statement came just as leaked documents and testimonies began painting an increasingly damning picture of how millions of undeclared foreign currency were allegedly concealed, mishandled, and possibly laundered at Ramaphosa's private game farm. The ANC has scrambled to contain the fallout, but divisions within the ruling party are becoming impossible to ignore. Insiders revealed that some within the ANC top six have privately expressed frustration at Ramaphosa's handling of the scandal, warning that the damage to the party's credibility is becoming irreversible. The opposition, meanwhile, has seized the moment, with EFF leader Julius Malema already calling Zille's move the first act of courage South Africa has been waiting for. Public reaction has been swift and fiery. Outside the courthouse, protesters carrying placards that read, "No more lies," and "Ramaphosa must go," clashed with counter-demonstrators who still defended the president, insisting he remains the nation's best hope for stability. Social media exploded within minutes, with hashtags like #ArrestRamaphosa and #ZilleBombshell dominating platforms nationwide. Observers note that Zille's choice of words, "It is time to arrest," was deliberately unequivocal. By framing Ramaphosa's position as legally indefensible, she pushed the matter beyond the realm of political debate into the arena of direct legal accountability. Whether or not law enforcement authorities act immediately remains uncertain, but pressure on the National Prosecuting Authority, NPA, has intensified dramatically. Critics of Zille accuse her of grandstanding and using the courtroom as a political weapon. ANC spokesperson Malenji Bengumatsiri dismissed her comments as reckless and inflammatory, claiming that due process must prevail. Yet, even among her detractors, there is acknowledgement that her words cannot simply be brushed aside. For Ramaphosa, the situation could not be more precarious. His carefully cultivated image as a reformer, a man who vowed to clean up the rot within the ANC, is being dismantled piece by piece. What was once hailed as his moral authority has been reduced to desperate denials and evasions. The image of Helen Zille standing in a court, calling for his arrest, has already cemented itself in the public imagination as a symbol of accountability closing in on the most powerful office in the land. As the dust settles, one thing is certain: South Africa has entered uncharted political territory. Zille's dramatic intervention has changed the game entirely. Ramaphosa now faces not just political opposition, but the looming shadow of legal jeopardy. Whether the NPA will act decisively or continue to delay is the question hanging over the nation tonight. But in the eyes of millions of frustrated citizens, Helen Zille has said what many have whispered for months: the time for waiting is over.